So my name is Rachel Kegel. I'm the Director of Sourcing Operations with SSM Health. We are a Catholic healthcare system, non-for-profit healthcare system, mostly in the Midwest. We have 23 hospitals across 4 states, Missouri, Illinois, Wisconsin, and Oklahoma. Some of the challenges we were facing is our requesters would go ahead and input a request, and then it was kind of the unknown. So they didn't have really that insight into the overall sourcing and contracting process, where we have a lot of things that go on behind the scenes. Committee approvals, making sure that we're checking off finances, making sure that our clinical partners and clinical programs are okay with any of the new additions to our contracts. So really they lost sight of some of those pieces of the request. So we really wanted a program where we could have that insight, have that flow, have the requesters be part of that process instead of just submitting a request and then hearing back once the contract was signed. So for SSM, really our most important factor was our requesters. So making sure that they could come in and request seamlessly and understand what went into the background. With LevelPath, the Pathfinder was perfect for us. We were able to really take some of our common problems, common requests that we get, and streamline those. Folks may not know where to go for a certain request, but being able to take them, whether it's to the request form within LevelPath or to an external source, we were able to guide requesters seamlessly, quickly, efficiently to exactly where they needed to go with no more guessing. The one feature was really the Pathfinder, so that really was the biggest selling point in making sure requesters could get to where they needed to go, but really coupling with that is the request itself and that overall workflow. So having that overall workflow being customizable and really have the ability to pull in other teams when necessary, whether it's just an approval, but having them be able to see the overall process of what needs to happen, and sometimes it doesn't need to happen. So being able to say this step doesn't need to happen in this request really was great for us because not every step is applicable to every workflow that we have. Yeah, so we've heard from our requesters so far that they like LevelPath so much better than what we currently have, that it's easier to navigate, they're able to actually input the request, they're getting the responses, seeing where we are in process and have that overall status of the request change has been a major selling point for us with our requester adoption. More outcomes really to come, but we are still working towards really that seamless integration with those other teams. And so far our sourcing team has liked it as well. They don't have to go out and send additional emails or communications to our requesters. It all happens within the tool automatically for them. Lots of communication has happened for them to really be able to understand what we're using LevelPath for and really the reason behind it. So we were replacing an existing tool, which made it easier for us. So we were able to really change that link and have them come in through the exact same way that they were coming through. But communication was key, so sending out emails, setting our expectations of what LevelPath will do and what it won't do, and also what will be replaced with our current solution and what won't be replaced. So having them understand that we are bringing over any active requests, but our old requests we will not be able to view. So really setting those expectations along the way was a major selling point. Our future goal, we're very excited about the contract renewal workspace. It's not really something that we currently have, but being able to pull in our business owners to make sure that we are utilizing what we're currently paying for. And if we don't need that vendor anymore, making sure that our contract repository stays clean. And we're also excited to continue pulling in external to sourcing teams into the overall process. So making sure that we can provide efficiency in the overall process, and maybe if they have additional data points that they need, that we can start to collect those as well so that we can incorporate everything into one system. For me personally, my big kind of aha moment, it really was when I had a requester come back and say, this is so much better, this is so easy, and which was our overall goal, making sure that our requesters were taken care of. Still working towards some of the additional functionality of being able to utilize Copilot, use our bids a little better, but really that one moment was when we had a requester say, this is so much easier than what we had, was just a massive kind of big win for us. Yeah, so there's never a perfect time to switch systems. So you have to be prepared that hiccups are going to happen, and that is okay. But for, really looking at different systems, what makes your life easier in the end? What can you customize? What can you make sure that is automatically kind of built into your overall process so that it is easier and really focusing on your major stakeholders. For us, it was our requesters and then also our sourcing team. So making sure that they had what they needed and that it was easy to ingest and understand was massive. We think one level path is great. It really has helped SSM really look at our overall processes and try to simplify, making sure that we're not over asking from our requesters so that we can pull them into the process earlier. One piece of advice also that I would probably give is it's okay to allow for short-term problems. So the rate that level path is developing is astronomical with what we've seen. So allowing us really the flexibility that we know more innovation is coming and trying to prepare for that in small increments along the way.